Bonjour, je m'appelle Megan.
Hi, my name is Chelsea.
Bon dia, je m'appelle Jenny.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Marshall.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Kennedy.
Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Maguire.
Salut, bonjour à tous et à toutes. J'espère que vous allez bien. My name is Tatum.
Hi, my name is Nirvana Fairbanks.
I took probably every French elective that they offer at PSU, and I really enjoyed that. As much as I love grammar and studying the language, I really loved the literature classes and the film classes and anything I could get my hands on.
I do enjoy it, and if anybody wants to take any language class of any kind, I highly encourage it because I think it's a way of putting some barriers aside and also a good way of teaching how to interact with other people if they're from somewhere else.
Even if you learn a little bit of it, you're going to use it so much in your life. Not only because here in Portland there is such a large community of French people, but also because so many different countries speak it, including Canada, which is so close to us.
As it did with my minor, double majoring or minoring in French can be an excellent supplement to other fields of study like communications, business, economics, political science, or international relations. Don't forget that learning French doesn't just open up your ability to travel in France and understand French culture. There are 300 million francophones worldwide and 29 francophone countries. I think fields as diverse as art history, Black studies, and comparative literature are enriched by proficiency in the French language.
It's helped me a lot in my work because I now work as a French teacher, so many of the skills and things that I learned in those classes over my years as an undergrad are still helping me today in my work now.
Genuinely, watching French movies and putting French subtitles on your TV shows, anything to help your comprehension skills, anything to help that muscle, like your reading comprehension as well.
Learning a language, in my mind, is not like studying other subjects. It really requires you to kind of embrace it wholeheartedly and just be along for the ride.
My first tip is be patient with yourself. As I said before, language learning is a process and takes a lot of time and effort, so it's important to be gentle with yourself.
I'm sure you're aware that it seems impossible to speak French when you're just starting to study it. But when you have your first successful positive interaction or conversation in French, you start realizing that this impossibility is a facade and you can choose, or you can learn anything if you break it down into pieces that work for you. I promise you, when you have your first dream in French, you will wake up and be so happy and realize that all it takes is consistency and effort in order to learn anything.
While I've found that learning a language is hard, it's also kind of addictive. There's so much to learn, and the cliche is true. Learning another language really changes the way you think about things and interact with the world in ways you couldn't really imagine before.
One of the ways it's helped me is to have a more open mind when it comes to new experiences. This has extended into other areas of my life as well. It has also helped me to, it's motivated me to pursue opportunities that I might not have otherwise pursued, such as traveling to France in 2016.
I chose to study French at PSU as it's always been a lifelong dream of mine to speak a second language. Growing up in a household that just spoke English, I always thought of speaking a second language as kind of a superpower.
I actually had such a strong foundation in French that when I was in France last year, people were constantly surprised at my level of French. They would just go, "Oh, mais vous parlez bien le français, dis donc. You know, you speak so well, like your French is so good, but you've never lived in France." And I'd be like, no. People were constantly surprised and constantly telling me that. And I really attribute that to my education.
These are gems of studied people in Portland, Oregon.
After 4 years of French at PSU, I'm at a point where I can comfortably consult original French texts which opens up a lot of possibilities for me in my studies that otherwise wouldn't have been available. The department is committed to student success, and the French professors at PSU are among the very best I've had in any department. So for all those reasons, I would encourage anybody who's interested to take some French at PSU, consider minoring, consider majoring, adding it as a second major or minor. It's really just a wonderful program and adds so much to your life and your ability to interact with other people and other cultures.
I guess my advice to anyone who is looking into studying French at PSU is really to just go for it. I started at PSU with absolutely no background in French. I started in French 101 and I worked my way all the way up into the 400 series. And I really feel like the French department supported me all the way. They were very encouraging. There was a lot of different options for me, and kept it fun. I really enjoyed myself the whole time.
I believe that my experience in the French program at PSU was nothing but a positive one. The professors were incredible that I got to work with. I was given many opportunities that I would not have had otherwise to use the language in the community, to work on various projects in French, to meet other people that speak French, to converse, to build relationships. And I'm very thankful for that. I definitely advise, if you are intending to learn any language, to jump into it as much as possible, immerse yourself in it, and PSU is a really great place to do that.